and into the object 0.625. So if we go to the line tool, endpoint, we will be perpendicular to this surface and then the line will be drawn to the left 0.625. So we're using a dynamic input of 0.625. Press enter and press escape to break it. So this is our line. We'll go ahead and delete this in order to cut down on the confusion. And we will keep projecting these lines over from the 45-degree line. So it's going to be perpendicular. It's going to be 0.625. Then we will connect it to the endpoint. So these lines represent the 0.25 diameter cylindrical or circular feature. This line represents the hidden portion of the sliding jaw guide cutout that's at the bottom of this part. So we'll keep projecting the lines for the 0.25 diameter circles. Perpendicular to this edge. If I was typing in a polar coordinate to give the depth of that circular feature, I could type in at, which is shift 2, 0.625, angle 180, because it's going to the left. Press enter. And press escape. I'll go back to the line, endpoint, perpendicular. If I was going to use a relative coordinate, this would be at, which is shift 2, negative 0.625, because it's going to the left, comma, 0, because it's not going any direction in the Y. Press enter and press escape. Then I would just take a line from the endpoint and go to the endpoint. In order to make sure that we communicate that this is a circular feature, you will need to include center lines. So we need to change our layer to the center layer. And I would just take lines from the endpoint of the center line for that circle up across the 45-degree line. Press escape, then go to the line, endpoint. Make that perpendicular to this surface or this edge, and make it perpendicular to the back of the circle. You will use the lengthen command to add 1/8 of an inch to the length of these lines. You use the delta option. Type in 1/8 of an inch. Select the right end of the line and the left end. Press enter Then change the line type scale by selecting both. Do a right mouse button click, go to properties. We will try 0.25. You have to have these center lines in there so the person that is reading the drawing will know that this is a circular feature. Without the center line in there, it indicates that it's not circular. We would do the same for the circular feature in the front view.